Hello students, so we covered yesterday I think speech writing and Gardner, speech writing, report writing, ಅದು or subject or question ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ Gardner cover ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. Hope the sessions went very well. Hopefully question answers focus ಆಯಿತು ನಿಮಗೆ. Hopefully you're doing you have prepared for the same. So what we have now is the lesson to the food from its child. To the food from its child, what we are looking at is one 4-mark question, I suppose, which is at length normally asked. Adu ondu thought. Adra jotege we are doing pronouns also. Pronoun is very, very important. It's a 4-mark question which will be, I think, 34th question. So you will be focusing on for the complete 4 marks out there. So just see how in a very small trick it is there, and accordingly you can get that 4 marks. So please prepare the pronouns also with equal importance as such. Foot of course ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ರಿಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಥಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ನೆನ್ಪುಂಟು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈ ಆರ್ ಅನ್ ಆ್ಯಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಥವಾ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಯೋಚನೆ ತರ್ಬೋದು ಆ ಥಾಟನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಟು ದ ಫುಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ. So I think ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ಸಮ್ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್. ಸಿ ಹೌ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮೈ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯು ಗ್ರೋ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ಹುಡ್ಡಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ, ಯು ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ಯು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಯು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಪುನೊಂದು ಮೇ ಬಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದರೆ ಒಂದು 10-15 ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆದರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಥಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಫಿನಿಶ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಲೈಟಾಗಿ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಈ ಸತಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೈಸರಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ತನಕ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ dream of yours, not in question paper, when you look at your dream, when you think that ishtu uncertainty ide munde, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ how the world is going to go, what's going to happen, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸರ್ಟನಿಟಿ ಇರುವಾಗ do you have your dream intact ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲೆಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೇ ದೇರ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಥವಾ ಝೀರೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಗಿತಾ ಬಂತು ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಪಂಚನೇ ಮುಗಿತಾ ಬರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ. ಸೊ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಯೋಚನೆ, ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಲುಕ್ ವೆರಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಡ್ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್. ಯು ಮೇ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಗೋಲ್ ತುಂಬ ದೂರ ಕಾಣ್ಬೋದು, ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಇದು ಜನ್ಮದಲ್ಲೇ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅದೇ ಫೀಲ್ ಆದದ್ದು ಫುಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಹ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆದದ್ದು ಫುಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಹ. ಸೊ ಆ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಕೋರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಳಗಿನ ಒಳ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಅಂತ ಫೀಲ್ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ದ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ that's a time when you start working towards it. Plus ನಿಮ್ಮದೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, the whole universe will start working towards your goal ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದು ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೋ ಮೂವಿದು ಡೈಲಾಗ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಶಾರುಖ್ ಖಾನ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಮೂವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ಲಿಟ್ರಲಿ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಎನ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಯು ವರ್ಕ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಗೋಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೋವಿಡಿದ್ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದೇನೋ ನಾನು. ವೆನ್ ನೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಹೋಲ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ವಿ ಡಿಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಒಂದಿನ ಬೆಲ್ ಬಾರಿಸಿ ಅಥವಾ ಜಾಗಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೊಡೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೋದಿಯವ್ರು ಬಂದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದಿನ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಏನು ಥಾಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಲೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಒಂದು ವೆನ್ ಯು ವರ್ಕ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಹೋಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಫೀಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೋವಿಡಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮೇ ಡಿಫರ್, ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಥಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸಿಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಆ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗಾಗಿ ಇಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೌ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಗೋನ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆನ್ ಇಟ್. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUC ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ರೂಷಲ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಆ ಕ್ರೂಷಲ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಯಾವುದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮುಂದೆ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಥಾಟ್ಸನ್ನು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನಿಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿರ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಟು ದ ಫುಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ.
Dear friends, one lesson after the other, one poem after the other. Let us move on to the next one, to the lesson number 8, to the foot from its child by Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda is the pen name of a Chilean poet. This particular poem was translated. It was written in Chile language. It is written in Spanish. It is translated into English by Alistair Reid. Alistair Reid also is a very well-known poet. Pablo Neruda, his poem, it talks a lot of philosophy in it, and Neruda has been awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature, Nobel Award for Literature. As this poem, the title itself says, it is a vague one. You just can't understand what the poet is trying to talk. To the foot from its child. The child is speaking to the foot. The foot is talking to its child. So here, both the ways, the foot is considered to be a stronger one. It is no other thing that is given, no other comparison that is done, but it is a direct conversation kind of thing between the foot and it's talking to its child. The foot is talking to its body and saying, see, this is what you expected, but nothing comes into your way, nothing goes on in life as you have expected. You just have to take things as they come. Don't have a lot of expectations in life, because expectations only lead to disappointment. The more expected you are in life, the more disappointed you become. So just take things as they are and then continue with life. So this is the overall view that the poem tries to give. The poem starts with this. The foot does not know, the foot of the child, it does not know that it is still a foot. It thinks it is an apple or a butterfly. See, apple and butterfly here are referred to two free things. Things that can fly, things that can grow. Something that is free is considered to be a butterfly and an apple. They are referred to it like that. So the foot, it is not yet aware. The foot of the child is not yet aware that it is the child's foot. It does not know that it has lot of responsibilities to take up when it grows. So it just still thinks that it is a small, tiny object like a butterfly or an apple. These two, as I told you, they refer freedom. They also talk about liberty. You have seen a butterfly. It can never sit in a place. It just wants to move. It just wants to fly from one flower to another, from one object to another. But apple here, it refers to the small fruit in a plant. Any other fruit. Apple is more nice. That's why the poet has chosen that. So any fruit that wants to hang on the tree all the time. No fruit wants to get detached from it. It just wants to stay in the tree and bulge. It just wants to grow, taking all the food from the tree. But the apple, it forgets that it itself is the food for somebody else. ತಾನೇ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಆಹಾರ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಮರೆತು ನನಗೆ ಆಹಾರ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ, that they give me food ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, it is just quiet. So liberty or freedom here is referred by these two objects, apple and the butterfly. So the foot, it still thinks that it is a small, irresponsible, nice kind of thing, which does not have to take up any responsibility at all. It's the small child's foot which is just making some kind of vague gestures and just keeping quiet. But things will not remain the same, because anything that remains stagnant means it is dead. So anything that is progressive, that means it is growing. Anything that is growing means progress. The foot also, it grows. There are certain objects, parameters, incidents that make the foot grow, and they are time, stones, bits of glass, streets, ladders, and rough earth. Remember, the poet has not given any nice and beautiful thing here at all. He has spoken about only the rough and the coarse and the sharp and the hurting material. He only refers all these things. The time, I'll tell you, he is the best teacher. There can be no other best teacher in life other than time. Time is the only place, it's the school And time is the only teacher which will give you the test first and then teach you the lessons. In other schools and all, lessons are taught first to you and then the examination is given. But in the school of life, time is the teacher, and this teacher, he gives you the test first and then the lessons are taught. Time is a beautiful teacher. Time, stones, bits of glass, all these are referred to as the harsh things in life, the rude things in life, the rough surfaces, the difficulties one faces in life. So ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕಷ್ಟಗಳನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ, ಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಟೇಕನ್. So by doing all these things, they all tell the foot that it is a foot. No, your work is only this much. And your work, you have to struggle hard. You are born to struggle. And teaching all these things, the foot is defeated. All these teachers, they teach a very tough lesson to the foot, and therefore the foot feels defeated. It cannot fight anymore at all. Though it wants to relax, though it wants to be like apple or butterfly, though it wants to enjoy, it is time and again hammered, time and again slapped, time and again banged and told, no, 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 you have to run. No, no, you have to work. You have some other job to do. You can't just sit and relax. If you sit and relax, who is going to get you the food? So it is just pushed out, and then the foot feels that it is defeated, and it also is condemned to stay in a shoe. Condemned means restricted. It feels that it has lost the battle of life. It cannot fight anymore at all, and therefore it loses all the spirit. It loses the thought, the imagination that it is an apple or a butterfly, and then it is made to live in a shoe. Condemned to live in a shoe. Shoe here refers to many things. Shoe could be our lifestyle. Shoe could be the culture. Shoe could be our customs, our tradition, which we have to stick on to. Shoe is also the religions and also the restrictions that the religions give to us. All these things, they are referred to as shoe. So even if you want to follow some other thing, even if you want to be liberated, even if you want to be free, there are certain things in life, in the society, that tells you that you have to be in the same way. You cannot be according to your wish at all. So all these ladders, stones, bits of glass, they tell the shoe, they tell the foot that you have to stay within the limit, within the shoe. So it is condemned, it is restricted to stay within a shoe. And having entered the shoe, having gone into the shoe, the foot learns how to survive in the darkness. Survive in the darkness, the shoe that you cover your leg with, is all the time, either we wear a slipper or we wear a shoe, and we just have something on the foot. So it is all the time bound by something. It is never left free at all. So it learns in this darkness, in the shoe, it learns in darkness how to grow in its own way, because it does not get a chance to look at the outside world. So all of us are condemned by our restrictions. All of us are restricted by our own culture, custom, practices. We all learn to live in our own ways. We learn how to live life in our own way. The shoe also, in this darkness, it grows in its own way, and it is out of touch with its fellow men. Very simple. One foot has its shoe, the other foot has its shoe. Very rarely they meet. Even when they are walking, they don't meet. Though it belongs to the same body, they don't meet each other. They can't talk to each other. They can't refer their life with the other one at all. So it is out of touch with the fellow man, and just like a blind man, because it itself is condemned into a shoe. So here it just learns how to survive. It learns how to grow in darkness, in its own way, just like a blind man. The nails of the foot. The nails, the foot also. A baby's foot is very tender, very soft, very smooth. These nails also, that were made of quartz. Quartz is one material that's very soft and very transparent kind. The nails that are very transparent, very soft material, they turn, they become hardened, and they grow more and more hard. They become opaque substances, something that is transparent. Once they are grown hard, they become opaque, non-transparent substances. And the toe also, that was petaled together. You'll have to imagine a very small baby's foot. A small baby's foot is probably this big, and there are no strong bifurcations with the toes. Everything looks so bunched, everything looks so closed and covered. These petaled toes, they are bunched later on out of trim. They just grow out of trim. Those nice petaled ones, those small cute foot, it just grows out of shape, and every toe it grows out of trim, out of shape, according to however it wants. And this foot also, it grows older. These opaque objects, they become more and more harder, ready to kill another person. The nails are very, very strong. Their nails are supposed to be the natural weapons of an individual. Just like how animals have their claws, they have their strong, sharp nails. Even our nails, if at all used properly, they can be our best weapons. So he says, the poet tries to say here that these bunched out of trim nails, they grow, and this foot with these possessions, with these nails, it becomes an eyeless reptile with a triangular head. Eyeless reptile with a triangular head. It is referred to as snake. Snake is an eyeless reptile. It has a feature like eye, but it cannot see. Snake does not have vision. It has just eye. That's it. So here it becomes an eyeless reptile. Why? The poet could have referred the foot to any other reptile, any other animal. But why this eyeless reptile? Let us think. Eyeless, not able to judge people, not able to realize who is true, who is wrong, not able to understand who is a friend or a foe. We can't judge at all because we are blind. We are all bound into this dark shoes. Reptile with a triangular head, the snake, it's the most venomous one. It is the most poisonous one. And when a reptile hits, when a snake hits, it is nothing but death. So it is like that. We are all growing to be those venomous creature, that poisonous creature like snake, but we can't see at all. We have a structure called eye, but we have no vision at all. We have an eye, but we lack how to see the people. So we all become this eyeless reptile with a triangular head, and we all grow calloused. Calloused is rough, hard, very, very tough, and arrogant, with lot of attitude. We try to become, we are forced to grow into this calloused individual, rough individual, and each one of us are covered with volcanoes of death. Volcanoes of death here refers again to venom, the poison. We are ready to throw out the venom in us, throw out the poison in us onto the person opposite to us, so that he is buried to death. So this much of poison all of us contain in us. So all of us, each one of us, and each foot, each individual, gradually, slowly in the shoe, we learn to become, we have become eyeless reptiles with hard skin, hard and tough, calloused person, and we are covered with volcanoes of death. But still, in spite of all these things, in spite of doing all these things, we know that we cannot be butterfly or apple. Still, we know the foot always walks and walks without respite. Respite here is rest or calmness, no peace. We just walk and walk and walk. There is a list of places that is given in the poem where all the foot tries to walk, in the field, in the farm, in the market, in the school, everywhere, one foot front, one foot back. So it is referred to as individuals. Either one time, at one position of life, I will be in the front and somebody else will be behind me. Next time it will be the other person's turn to be in the front. It's almost like a cycle. So the legs also, the feet of the person also, one foot front, the other foot at the back, just walk, walk, walk and walk. It is nothing but just moving ahead. See, human beings, we all run. We just run nowhere. We feel we are burdened with responsibilities. We feel we all have some deadline, some targets to finish the job. But in this ultimate race, we forget to enjoy life. We don't know how to enjoy life at all. So this is taken by the poet, and he says, without respite, the foot walks and walks and walks in the market, the lady's foot, and the man's foot, and the child's foot, it moves in this harsh, coarse ground into the market, into the street, into that place. Everywhere he gives a list, and this foot, it just moves on. It takes no time to sleep or even to love. Love itself. We hardly pamper our foot. We do not take care. The least cared organ of an individual is the foot. But on the contrary, foot is a more stronger organ, because that is the part of the body which carries the whole weight of the person. But still it is least cared. Nobody wants to take care of it. We only take care of our face, take care of our hands and our back, or probably any other part of the body, but not the feet. Nobody wants to take care of the feet. So he says here, there's no time at all. The foot can't rest. The foot can't sleep at all. The only time is when it is dead. When the whole body is dead, the foot also has no work. Till then, we just move ahead, and we don't have time to love at all, because we have all been transformed from this small tiny quartz material to opaque things and the eyeless reptile. So we don't take time to love ourselves, love each other, and just we move ahead in this race until the whole man ceases to sleep, to stop, and he is descended underground. Till then, till the ceasing of life, C-E-A-S-E, cease here means to stop or to come to an end. The whole body, the whole man, he comes to an end. Till the end, the foot, it just moves ahead, moves on and on and on. And once the body is done, the man is dead, till this whole man stops, only then this is descended, pushed into the underground. It is just thrown into the underground. It only means, it means that the foot is also buried. See, just because the foot wanted to be an apple or a butterfly, no body is buried with the legs up. The foot is not protruding out because the whole life it has worked hard. Nothing like that. No discrimination. Again, this foot is also, along with the whole body, it is descended underground. Again, it feels that darkness, and it is still not aware that it is the foot of the individual. Even after death, just like how it was, how it had felt at the beginning, it thought that it was a butterfly or an apple, and it could fly, it could grow very well. Even when it is dead and it is pushed into darkness, it still thinks that it is a butterfly or an apple. So it just thinks that it still has life, it still can move ahead, it still can grow and fly like a butterfly. In the darkness, it still thinks it is an apple or a butterfly. It just imagines that it still has a lot of work. It can be free, it can live its own life, but it's too late. It's too late for the foot to realize that it has no work at all, no more work at all. So what the poet tries to say here is, see, you come from darkness, you live in darkness, and you go back to darkness. This is an inevitable one, unavoidable cycle. So when you are there, whenever you are given a chance to enjoy brightness, enjoy liberty, enjoy freedom, please love yourself, love other human beings, and you have to sleep. You have to you have to bear yourself to sleep. Bear yourself, B-A-R-E, bear, become naked, throw off all the attitude that you have, throw off all the feelings that you have, throw off all the judgments you have about people, become naked, just become throwing these thoughts, be a clean individual, and then start liking people, start enjoying life yourself. So the poet again, he tries to say, till the death, you don't be in the in that kind of vision, in that kind of illusion that you can still achieve something later on. The chance that later on, that day, it might never come at all. So whenever you are given a chance, make maximum enjoyment, make maximum benefit of the chances that are given to you, and you'll have to survive. So this is about To the Foot from its Child.